The rain hammered against the alley's rusted metal walls as Marcus Chen pulled his coat tighter, hurrying through the industrial sector of Station Terminus 7. He'd taken this shortcut 1,000 times, never expecting to find anything more threatening than discarded cargo containers and the occasional maintenance drone. But tonight was different. A sound stopped him mid-step. Not the mechanical whir of station life, but something organic. A whimper. Marcus turned slowly, his hand instinctively moving toward the pulse blade at his hip. In the shadows between two containers, something moved. She emerged into the dim light like a ghost materializing from nightmare. Her frame was gaunt, ribs visible beneath tattered clothing that might have once been a uniform, but it was her features that made Marcus's breath catch. Elongated canines protruded slightly over her lower lip. Her ears, partially hidden by matted hair, tapered to subtle points, and her eyes, amber and luminous in the darkness, held an intelligence that was painfully, desperately human. "Please," she rasped, her voice barely above a whisper. The word came out awkward, as if her mouth wasn't quite designed for human speech. "Please help." Marcus had heard the stories. Everyone in the outer stations had. The Lupara, wolf warriors from the Canis Major sector, had allied with humanity during the Convergence Wars. The alliance had been complicated. Some Lupara females had formed bonds with human soldiers. The offspring were considered abominations by Lupara law, abandoned, hunted. The girl took a stumbling step forward and collapsed. Marcus caught her before she hit the ground, shocked by how light she was. Her skin burned with fever, and when she looked up at him, he saw something that transcended species, pure, unfiltered desperation. "I won't hurt you," she managed. Her accent strange, part human, part something else entirely. "Mother. She left me. Birthday. I'm wrong, not Lupara. Not human. You're dying," Marcus interrupted, already calculating. The medical bay was 3 sectors away. Station security would demand papers she didn't have. But the old mining tunnels. He'd been part of the resistance once, before the wars ended. He knew places where questions weren't asked. "Hold on," he told her, lifting her carefully into his arms. She weighed almost nothing. "I've got you." Her eyes widened with something he hadn't expected to see. Hope. The journey through the maintenance tunnels took 40 minutes. The girl, she said her name was Kira, a human name given by the medic who'd found her as an infant, drifted in and out of consciousness. When she was awake, she talked in fragments. Her mother had been a Lupara elite warrior, honor-bound and fierce. The father had been a human tactical officer. Their union had violated every cultural taboo on both sides. When Kira was born, her mother had one choice under Lupara law: kill the hybrid or abandon it. She'd chosen abandonment, leaving the newborn in a station cargo bay with nothing but a blanket and a human name pinned to her chest. She thought. She was being merciful, Kira whispered. "Giving me chance." Marcus felt anger rise in his chest. What kind of mercy was that? What kind of honor code demanded a mother abandon her child? But he knew the answer. He'd fought alongside the Lupara. He'd seen their strength, their loyalty, their absolute adherence to ancient codes. They were magnificent warriors and terrible parents to anything they deemed impure. The safe house was a converted storage facility run by a woman named Dr. Yuki Tanaka. She'd been patching up the unwanted and forgotten for 20 years. She took one look at Kira and got to work. Malnutrition, exposure, 3 broken ribs that healed wrong, and something that looks like silver poisoning, Yuki announced after an hour. "Where'd you find this one, Marcus?" "Alley near the industrial sector. Lucky she found you." Another day or two and Yuki didn't finish. She didn't need to. Marcus stayed while Yuki worked. He watched Kira sleep, her breathing gradually steadying as fluids and medicine flowed into her system. Her features were striking now that he could see them properly. The elegant blend of 2 species, neither one nor the other, but something unique, something beautiful. When Kira woke, it was dawn by station time. Artificial sunlight filtered through the grimy windows. She looked around in confusion, then saw Marcus sitting beside her cot. "You stayed," she said, wonder in her voice. "Yeah." "Why?" It was a simple question with a complicated answer. Because he'd lost people in the war. Because he knew what it meant to be abandoned by the systems that were supposed to protect you. Because looking at her, he saw what humanity could be at its best. Adaptive, compassionate, willing to bridge divides that others found uncrossable. Because you asked for help, he said simply, and because I'm human. We're kind of stubborn about not giving up on people. Tears welled in Kira's amber eyes. The Lupara say humans are weak, that your compassion is defect. Marcus smiled. Yeah, well, we say it's our greatest strength. Guess we'll have to agree to disagree. Over the following weeks, Kira recovered. Marcus helped her find work in the station's hydroponics sector, where her hybrid genetics, enhanced senses, faster healing, superior night vision made her valuable. Dr. Tanaka connected her with other hybrids, a small but growing community. One evening, Kira found Marcus in the observation deck, watching ships come and go through the docking ports. I've been thinking, she said, standing beside him, about what you said. About human stubbornness, yeah. The Lupara have honor. They have strength. They have codes that have sustained them for millennia. She turned to look at him, her amber eyes reflecting the stars beyond the viewport. But humans have something better. You have the ability to see worth where others see defect, to build bridges where others build walls. We're not perfect, Marcus said. No, Kira agreed. But you're adaptable. You survive. You help those who ask even when it costs you. She paused. That's why humanity will outlast everyone else. Not because you're strongest or most honorable, because you refuse to leave anyone behind. Marcus thought about that. About all the species humanity had encountered in its expansion to the stars. The Lupara with their warrior codes, the Crystalline Collective with their hive mind efficiency, the Void Striders with their ancient wisdom, all magnificent, all powerful, all bound by traditions and laws that left no room for exceptions. Humanity, messy and chaotic and impossibly stubborn, kept finding room for one more. Maybe you're right, Marcus said. Maybe that's our superpower. Kira smiled, a real smile this time, showing those hybrid canines she'd once hidden in shame. Thank you, she said, for proving it. In the vastness of space on a forgotten station at the edge of civilized sectors, a man and a hybrid girl stood watching the stars. Behind them stretched a future that neither could have imagined. But that was humanity's gift, making the impossible possible, one act of stubborn compassion at a time.